Well, hello friends. Welcome to Virtual Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Kristina, and today we have something very special planned. We're going to read about dragons. Are you ready? Me too. Okay, let's do a story. The Great Dragon Rescue by M.P. Robertson. George was bored one morning. When it came to fighting, chickens weren't half as brave as dragons. While he gathered eggs from the chicken coop and daydreamed about dragonish things, he felt the coop shudder. Cautiously, he peeked his head around the door and saw... What do you think that could be? It was his old friend, the dragon! Up they soared, George, the dragon, and the chicken coop. George shouted hello, but the dragon seemed anxious to get somewhere. They flew faster and faster until they came to a land where everything began with once upon a time. They dropped down into a dark, dank forest. The dragon led George through the trees until they could see a flickering light ahead. From behind a tree, they watched as a warty witch barbecued toads on a dragon's flame. The dragon was only a fledgling, barely out of the egg. It looked scared and sad. Then, suddenly noticing George and the dragon, its eyes opened wide and its tail began to wave. George and the dragon stayed hidden until the witch had gobbled her way through a cauldron full of toads. Soon they could hear her snores rattling the windows of the cottage. George rushed to open the cage, but as he struggled with the knot, the witch's crow flapped around the cage, squawking, "Wake up! Wake up, witch! Someone's stealing the dragon!" The witch came bursting out, her wand crackling with spells. "Who dares steal my barbecue?" she roared. Now, George had read enough fairy tales to know that witches are very boastful. "I don't believe you're a witch," he said. "Real witches can fly on broomsticks." "Of course I'm a witch. I'm the quickest, wickedest witch in the West," she bragged. "My dragon has beaten the wickedest witches of the North, South, and East," George fibbed. "I bet he can beat you too." "I bet he can't," sneered the witch. "Let's race around the enchanted castle and back. When I win, I'll turn you both into toads for my supper." She jumped on her broomstick. "On your mark, get set," and she was gone. The witch was frighteningly fast, but the dragon was faster. Who do you think's going to win? Soon the witch and the dragon were neck and neck. Ooh. As the enchanted castle came into view, the dragon was in the lead. George looked back to see the witch weaving a spell. I wonder what kind of spell she's going to cast. But George had prepared a secret weapon. Just before the spell was cast, he pelted the witch with eggs. The witch was in a terrible rage. There was a blinding flash, but the egg that dripped from her wand had scrambled the spell. Back they flew to the witch's house, but by the time they landed on the roof, all that remained of the witch was her broomstick and her hat. Cautiously, George lifted the hat. Hidden beneath was a large, smelly, warty toad. It'll be 100 years before Prince kisses that, he thought. Then he set the baby dragon free. It ran to the big dragon with a roar of delight. George didn't speak dragon, but he knew exactly what the baby had said. Daddy! It was time for George to return home. The chickens would be missing their coop, and his parents would be missing George. Up they soared, and George waved goodbye to the land where everything ended with happily ever after. Unless you're a witch or a toad. The end. Let's do a song. Let's do Baby Shark. Okay, so let's get our baby sharks out.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark. Daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark. Grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark. Grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark. Let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt. Run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away. Safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last. It's the end do 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 do, it's the end do 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 do, it's the end do 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 do, it's the end.
Good job. Okay, time for our next story. Evermore Dragon by Barbara Joosse. At the wake of deer at day, the friends decided what to play. Hide and seek? Hide and seek. Okay. Dragon jumped up and down, made a rumbelow sound. Goody, me first. Girl closed her eyes so Dragon could hide. Dragon found a little rock, such a very little rock, and he curled his dragon self, his dragon enormo self, into a dragon ball, which wasn't small at all. Look at how big the dragon is compared to the rock. Do you think she's going to find him? I don't know. Girl opened her eyes. There was Dragon, yo-ho! But she climbed up a tree. Oh, where can Dragon be? Do you think she didn't see him? And she peeked inside her lair. No, he isn't there. And she stood upon a rock, such a very little rock, and she sighed a little sigh. Such a very little sigh. Oh my! Dragon's so good at hiding, I'm not sure I can find him. What to do? Boo! Girl wrapped her arms around him, so everly around him. Oh, Dragon, you're so clever. You're the smartest dragon ever. And he knew it was true. Now you! Girl ran and ran and ran to a faraway place, such a hidey-hole place. And she didn't make a sound, not a single little sound. And she waited for Dragon, so long for Dragon, to be found by Dragon. And she stretched and she yawned and she I think she fell asleep. Dragon looked everywhere, every here, every there, in the leaves of the trees, from the log in the bog, off the ridge of the bridge. No girl. Where could she be? Girl, bellowed Dragon. Are you lost? Bellowed Dragon. And she was. Girl woke, and it was night. Deep, deep, dark night. No stars, no moon, no castle, no room. No best friend together, just girl. Came the cricking and the cracking, came the flipping and the flapping, came the moaning and the groaning. Are there monsters in the night? Oh, she tried so not to cry, but she cried silver tears, worry, worry tears, and her heart thumped a sound, a tremolo sound, that only dragon friends, very, very special friends, can hear. Girl, thundered Dragon, I hear you, thundered Dragon, and he breathed his dragon fire, and it lit up the sky, made a bright night sky, and he flew through the night all right. Girl, roared Dragon, I am here, roared Dragon. And he was. Dragon wrapped his wings around her, so everly around her. I am here, rumbled Dragon. You're a dear, whispered Girl. Dragon held her and he sang, Evermore, evermore, I am here. And she knew it was true. The end. Okay, let's do slippery fish. So let's get our little slippery fish out. Get to swimming.
Slippery fish, sliding through the water. Slippery fish, oh, oh, oh. Oh no, it's been eaten by a octopus, squiggling in the water. Octopus, oh, oh, oh. Oh no, it's been eaten by a tuna fish, flashing through the water. Tuna fish, go, go, go. Oh no, it's been eaten by a great white shark, lurking in the water. Great white shark, go, go, go.
Oh no, it's been eaten by a
humongous whale, spouting in the water. Humongous whale.
Stinky. Oh, that was fun. Good job. It's one of my favorites. And now we'll read You've Got Dragons by Kathryn Cave. Dragons show up when you least expect them. You turn around, and there they are. Am I dreaming, you think? And you pinch yourself hard, but you're not. Your heart thuds, and your knees wobble, and your hands shake, and your head whirls, and you feel hot and cold, and you can't breathe, and your tummy hurts, and you can't believe it's really happening to you. But it is. It really is. You've got dragons. You never had dragons before. You're not sure what to do. You say to yourself, why me? Why am I the one to get dragons? Was it something I did? I've been bad sometimes, but not that bad. And mostly I'm good. I've never been bad enough to deserve this. You're right. Nobody deserves dragons. You certainly don't. You didn't get them by being bad. All these people have dragons, and they're really, really good. Dragons are scary. You try to pretend yours isn't there, but it is. Pretending a dragon isn't there is very hard work. You keep checking to make sure it's still there. You have to check in all sorts of places. Sometimes you think it really isn't there, but it is. Pretending a huge, great, enormous dragon isn't there is exhausting. So, sooner or later, you stop pretending. Then you say, okay, it's there, but it isn't a dragon. It's a mouse. Who's scared of a mouse? But that's some mouse. Look at its shadow. It looks just like a dragon. Deep down, you know it's a dragon. You're still scared. Now that you've got dragons, you can't get away from them. They pop up all the time. When you wake up, when you brush your teeth, when you go to school, when you eat lunch, when you walk home, when you play games, when you turn on the television, when you go to bed, when you turn off the light, especially when you turn off the light. So sometimes you leave it on. You don't want to think about dragons, but you do all the time. You make silly mistakes because of the dragons. You're so worried that people won't understand. If you try to explain, they might think you're weird, so you don't say anything. Dragons make everything complicated. Sometimes people try to talk to you about them when you don't want to talk. Or sometimes when you do want to talk, they're too busy, or they don't want to listen, or they don't understand, or they want to do all the talking. Sometimes you feel like you're burning up inside. You want to shout at the dragon, "Go away!" You'd like to stomp on it and kill it, but you'd need very big shoes. It seems so much bigger than you. Sometimes you get cold and shivery, and you don't want to be alone. When you've got dragons, you need lots of hugs. Can I have a hug? Soon you are the world's greatest expert on having dragons. By popular demand, Ben's advice column. Dear Ben, I want to run away from my dragon. What kind of training do I need to do? I am 6 years old. Do I need special shoes? If so, please tell me where I can get them in pink. Sincerely, Sophie. Dear Sophie, Special shoes and training won't help. Take it from me, dragons are too fast to run away from. Yours, Ben. Dear Ben, I have been trying to hide from my dragons for 43 years, 8 months, and 4 days. Can you recommend a foolproof hiding place? Hopefully, Dad. Dear Dad, try under the stairs. It's more comfy than under the bed. I always wondered what you were doing there. Your loving son, Ben. P.S. Say hi to your dragons when they find you. They will. Dear Ben, I got dragons last month when we moved to our new house. Now my tummy hurts every morning. Is this normal? I also have purple spots on my tongue. What do you suggest I do? Anxiously, Dave. Dear Dave, in answer to your letter, 1, yes. 2, stop chewing your markers. It turns your teeth purple too. Your friend, Ben. Ben's top tips for what to do when you've got dragons. Number 1, give your dragon your full attention at least once a day. Dragons get bigger when you try to ignore them. Greetings, Honorable Dragon. Greetings, Honorable Ben. Number 2, really get to know your dragon. Give it a name. What sort of dragon is it? Look at it hard, then draw a picture of it. And here's Ben's picture. This is Montgomery, my math test dragon. He is dark red with orange claws and small green spots on his chest. Number 3, if you make your dragon laugh, it might get smaller. Try telling it jokes. Number 4, talk with someone else about your dragon. And remember to get plenty of hugs. Ask for one right now. Go on, ask for one right now. Dragons don't stay forever. You think they will, but they won't. You ignore them, and you run away from them, and you hide from them, and you pretend they're not there, and you pretend they're not dragons, and you shout at them, and you don't want to turn out the light, and you pay attention to them, and you tell them jokes, and you can't think of anything else, and then suddenly, something feels different. Dragons leave when you least expect them. You wake up and they're gone. Yours is. It really is. After all your hard work, your dragon is gone. Congratulations! Great job! Hooray! Ancient dragon wisdom. On your way through the world, keep your eyes wide open. Dragons come in all shapes and sizes. They don't all look the same. They don't all look like dragons. They don't all mean us harm. Honor the dragon that you meet and learn from them. They are not as powerful as you think. No dragon is more powerful than you. The end. Okay, time for a song. So we're going to do a new song called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And we're going to fly away to the moon. So get your rocket ships out and let's go.
Attention all astronauts, please report to the rocket ship and prepare yourselves for blast off. Thank you.
Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you wanna take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have blast off.
Blast off!
3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 3, 2, 1.
trip. Climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Okay, friends, and it's time for a craft. And if you want to watch the video, just enter this into your browser. Now here's all the supplies, and if the instructions go too fast, just go ahead and hit pause. So here are the first few steps, and on the next slide, we're going to have a picture for you. Okay, so that's all for today, but now that you have your dragons, you can go ahead and check out the other videos we have, and don't forget to check out all of our ebooks and our Click, Park, and Pick Up. See you next time!